Okay, so we've got some goodies come through. This is going to go in the Tetra tank. We've got my favourite red tiger lotus there. That's a beautiful plant. It's quite a large bulb on that. This one is going to be a little bit different because it's a very short grass that I'm hoping I can get to grow long. There's my longest plant, which is going to go at the back. Well, I'll show you the names as and when I put them in. And there's some really nice colourful stuff here. I can't really see the name there, but there you go. And then we're going to move some of the stuff around in here. This Anubias was doing really shit in the other tank. It was really doing badly. I noticed that we've still got some shrimp in there, which is good. I don't think they'd make the change, but there you go. As you can see, there's a little black algae on there. I'm not really worried about that, but I am going to move some of these plants in and out. So what I'll do is I'll put it on a tripod. The tripod might be a bit unsteady because I still haven't done all the flooring properly in here, so please bear with me. And we're going to put the plants back in there just to help with the nitrates. I've got another, oh, there's my favourite sponge filter there, look, that's going to go in there as well. I'm going to move that sponge filter out of the way, but I've got to add a little bit of substrate first. What I'm using is this stuff. This is Biostratum. You see that? There you go, Biostratum, parviflorus. It's just a little bag for a top off. Okay, so let me get it set up on the tripod. Okay, so what you really want to do when you set up this tank, obviously I'll put these two pieces, let me move the camera a little bit. So I'll put these two pieces just in the corners, okay? Now, everything that I want to grow and grows large, I'm going to put at the back. So, let's have a look. So we know these are quite tall, and this is Sagittaria. I'll put a link in the description. So where's my scissors? Got to be careful when you open these, because now normally what I would do is soak these in water first, just in case you've got things like little snails or anything like that, and I would use tweezers, but at the moment, as we're moving everything out here, I haven't got the tweezers available, but there should be two plants here, hopefully. Okay, it's come as one, that's alright, and then I'm going to put it in here. So I'm just going to put it right there. Now these are all leaf feeders. It's going to kick up a little bit of dirt, don't worry. Now leaf feeders, you probably want to use something like TNC Light, and then your leaves will obviously do much better. I might do a voiceover in certain things. Guppies are loving this. The next thing I want to put at the back is my tiger lotus, which is this. Well, let's see if you can see it. Okay, because this will send out lovely little lotus plants and leaves, which are fantastic. I mean, they really are brilliant. I can't get the label off, which is a shame. So I'll get the label off of this one. I used to have a label maker. I used to stick them on the glass because I could never remember. And then obviously when you had people coming in and buy them, they could look at themselves, but I can't really get these off, which is annoying. Hang on, we might have some luck. Let's have a look, come on, you know you make it sense. There we go. Well, I've got the most of it off. So far we have that on there, and then tiger lotus you've got to be careful with, right, because you can't plant them directly in the substrate. Oh, that's a beauty, that is. Look at that, it's a beautiful bulb. Again, another leaf feeder, so this is going to go here. Now with this, you don't want to put it all the way in, alright, you just want to cover it a little bit and it will do what it needs to do. Very easy plant to grow. Normally if you get just the bulb, just throw it on the side. So I've got, oh, didn't want that. See, like something like that. Now this one's pretty gone now, but I'm just going to lay it on the side. See what happens. Just get rid of these things. You don't need these in here. Don't see nothing, will ya? I do end up with a lot of ornaments and stuff. And there's another one. So let's put these. I'm just going to put these over here. If they propagate, they propagate. If they don't, they don't. I'm not really worried. They were actually off of the old system. Okay, so what else we've got? Okay, so moving round, we're going to do this one next. And that one, even though it's a smaller plant, it does get a little bit bigger. So this one I'm going to put next to it. So let's put these as they are. Hold them on the floor. And that one's going to go right there. Now, I was told these can outcompete. They're quite a ferocious feeder. But the main reason you're doing this, to be honest, is to keep algae at bay. Alright? So far so good. Now we've got some of the smaller stuff, but I want to do this one. Now this, can't really see the name, but depending on how your tank is, we'll know if this grows, because if this changes colour to a green, you need more fertiliser. If it stays red, all good. So let's take this one off. Now, some of these I've got 2 of, and some of these I've got 1 of. The reason being is health. See, look, all the leaves are coming off this one already, which is kind of annoying, but it doesn't matter. They do suffer in transit. Now remember, never ever give up on a plant. All right, give it a month before you go, oh no, it's not worked, because they don't like being moved. Plants like this do not like being moved. I'm just going to put this one in here. This is a baby. I don't really want to cover the leaves, but I don't want to kick up too much dirt either. But you've got to be careful, yeah, because even though they're quite good as plants, they really don't like being messed about with. There we go. Let's put that next to that one. Nice and deep with that one. There we go. These are going to take probably a month before they start sprouting, because they're going to conserve all their energy now, which is a good thing. I'll keep drying myself, because every time I pick something up, everything gets soaking wet, of course. I've got some smaller plants, so we're going to put these in the front. Okay, this one I'm going to put in the front. I like the company I get these. I'll put a link to their eBay website. I've only ever had, out of 700 plants, 1 that didn't take, and that was kind of my fault really, because some of these you can't plant like you normally would. I mean, I've got some other plants I'm going to do later on. There you go. I don't know if you can see that one there. That's a small. Should have put that other one over there really, but there you go. You're getting an idea of what I'm doing. Don't be afraid, okay? I've got another long one which is going to go up behind the Anubias. So the next one is going to be this, and this is going in the front as well. Very good one. I'm not very good with the technical names of these, and I ain't got my glasses, so bear with me. But this one's going to go in the front as well. I'm going to leave a bit of swimming space, but I tell you what, when these get going, it'll be just so nice for the guppies to involve. And I am going to get some other fish to go with the guppies. I've got some nice swordtails the blokes got for me. Now this is number 2 planter. So what we do, we'll put one here. Now people say to me, why do you put them like that? Because these plants will grow up here, and these plants will go up to about here, so you get the benefit of both anyway. I'm going to put this one down here and see how it does in low light. And I believe there's one left, which is another long one. My Anubias always does well. That's the big plant at the back, but I've also got another little one that I want to show you in a minute. Now this came out of the old tank, so okay, so this is the last one from 2K Aquatics, and it's this one, and this is another long one, so we're going to put this right at the very back. As you can see, the trouble is some plants don't travel well. Unfortunately, the company that normally delivers these, which is Royal Mail, didn't tell me that they had been delivered. So this is not 2K Aqua fault. I've got 3 of these, which is good. So let's go one here. They send out little runners under the things, so you don't actually know they're growing, which is quite cool. So that one's there. I'm going to put these 2 next to it. It's always best to keep an amount of spares, if we were. Now that way, when you find a plant that works for you, you just carry it on. So there's 3 in that corner right there, okay? And then we've got, let's get rid of that, that's going to go down there. I don't think that's going to grow at all. Normally when they float, it means they're dead. There's a lot of debris in here, I don't know why. Right, so this is a nice little fern, look at that. Never successful with these, I was never ever successful with this one. I couldn't kill it. I just wouldn't die. Yep. Put it in quite deep. There you go. Now I am covering the leaves, I shouldn't really do that. There you go. Don't be afraid to do that. Now normally that would go on something, I'd have that on a piece of fauna. Now, I'm going to put this here. You don't have to put this stuff in, I'm doing it because most of this stuff has come from tanks that I've serviced and people don't want it, and then when they come and visit, oh excuse me, bad belly, when they come and visit I'll show them what they've done. Okay, so that's this tank done. Now that's pretty much how it was. Now remember, when you're doing plants or doing any other stuff, it's your own ideas, it's your own designs, okay? Don't look at other people's tanks and go, I'm going to imitate that. Never do that. That is how you should have it, exactly how you want it. Let me take this off the tripod. Okay, so there we go, look at that. So, small stuff in the front, and then the big stuff at the back. Now, as I say, it's going to take a year. Now, I've not used any fertilisers in this, just natural light, which I've got to move over. I've got that pumping out at the moment, and the air bubble's going purely because this was really messed up when I put this lava rock in. There you go. Fantastic, guys. I'll put a list of everything I've done in here in the description. Take care.